Okay, so I know I said that I was not going to do Britney Jean, but a lot of you guys were saying you would like my thoughts on this album, even if I don't like it, and so I am going to attempt it today again. As I've discussed in one of my videos, I tried to listen to it, I just did not like it at all, and I didn't want to spend my time listening to an album that I disliked so much, but I'm kind of making a sacrifice here, and I'm gonna try to listen to it again today. Obviously not saying I'm going to like it, not saying I'm going to dislike it, because I really don't know. I only listened to like the first 3 songs the first time that I listened to it, but I am going to give it another try. A lot of you guys have enjoyed my Britney videos, and I've enjoyed interacting with you about her albums, so I can get through this. It might be hard, but I want to give you my thoughts on this album, even if I don't like it. And obviously with it being an album, I'm sure there's gonna be some songs I like more than others. My hesitation with this album comes in because I know that Britney did not even sing all of the parts on it. I think she had like a voice double, which is really weird to me. I don't really get that. I am obviously in a different location. I don't normally film here, and I don't plan for this to be a normal thing, but the lighting was really bad in my room. So it's hopefully a little bit better out here. I also will not be using my AirPods just because I really wanted this to be a more chill thing. So if that's cool with you, that's cool with me, and we can just Chillin With You is one of the titles of the songs. So we can just make this a chill thing. You know, I kind of just want this to be more laid back in general. I'm probably gonna be brutally honest in this video. I have plenty of albums that I love that maybe other people would not consider that artist's best album. So I am trying to be as unbiased as I can because I don't want to have a sway one way or the other. But we will start from the beginning with Alien. So without further ado, let's get into Alien. I did really like this one the first time I listened, so. I like it. Call me crazy, but I really like this song. I like the sound of it. I like the lyrics as the opening. She said something about feeling like an alien and potentially feeling disconnected from others around her. I think it's a really cool opening to the album, to be honest with you. It kind of started with that like heavy synth sound, it sounded like, and then now we're getting into the beat that just came in, and I like it. I love that melody. Travel the night riding on a shooting star was lonely then, like an alien. I love the melodies in this song too. Honestly, I really love this song. Low-key, this has potential to be one of my favorite Britney songs. I'm adding it to my playlist because this is confirming that I really do like this song. So, okay, Alien. The sound of it is kind of matching with the title, Alien. It sounds a little bit alien in the production and in the sound of it. There's something a little bit electronic, a little bit synthy. So that is another thing that I can really appreciate, that I always appreciate about a song, so. It builds. I just want to dance to it. It's just very danceable. Personally, I love that song. Still, after another listen, I can say with confidence that I think that that's a good song. I think the production matches the title and the whole concept behind the song, and I just overall think it's a bop. I think it's very danceable, very catchy. But the next one is Work Bitch. I've never really loved this song. It's very repetitive. Yeah, I don't know, it's just annoying a little bit, to be honest with you. So yeah, I know it's like the most popular on the album, but I've never really cared for it. It's not that I hate it entirely. I can bop, you know, I can bop a little bit, but I don't think the quality is really there for me. You wanna work, bitch?
You wanna hot body? You wanna Bugatti? You wanna Maserati? You better work, bitch. You wanna live fancy? Live in a big mansion? Party in France? You better work, bitch.
I find the lyrics to be cringy. I just do. And I know it's one of those songs that the lyrics are not supposed to be that deep. And I'm not saying that they have to be deep, but I still just find them cringy at the end of the day. Honestly, I feel like Alien is a better song. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's dubsteppy.
You better work, bitch.
Like, I can bob my head to it. You want a Bugatti? Is it something I can bob my head to? You know, if it comes on, am I gonna be mad that it came on? No, it's just not really a song that I would personally choose to listen to in my own time. And that's really what it comes down to. It's very dubsteppy, club vibes, and I mean, there's a time and place for that, but the time and place is not really in my own personal library. Governor! I don't know if this is Britney singing or the voice double Maya, but what is this accent that she's doing? It does not sound genuine. I'm confused. Listen, do I hate this song? No, I really don't hate it. It's just, in comparison to some of the other songs Britney has put out, this doesn't even begin to hold a candle to those songs.
Hold your head high, fingers to the sky. They gon' try to
Fingers to the sky.
keep it moving higher and higher and higher.
I don't remember this part. Okay, I skipped the rest of the song because I'm over it. But I know what Britney's capable of in terms of lyrics, in terms of sound, in terms of just the overall feeling of it. And for me, that song does not live up to her full potential. Okay, that's my opinion. The next one is Perfume. I know this is a fan favorite. When I listened the first time, I did not like it. So we will see if I like it more today, because, you know, you never know.
Do I imagine it, or do I see a stare? I feel crazy, such a classic tale. Current girlfriend, am I just insecure? I want to believe.
I already do like the lyrics of this one a bit more. I feel like they're just a bit more revealing, a bit more interesting. I don't need to hear her say work bitch 40 times. What I need is some sort of storyline or some sort of revealing lyric. It doesn't have to be crazy deep. It doesn't have to be crazy, you know. I still love Femme Fatale, even though it is not the deepest album in terms of lyrics. So I'm not saying that the lyrics have to be deep, but like, can we get past this work bitch thing?
It's just you and me.
It's pretty.
Sometimes it feels like there's three of us in here, baby.
Ooh. I'm gonna say vocals, but I'm gonna say I don't know if it's her singing or if it's the voice double Maya. So shout out. I like the vocals on this one.
I'll wait for you to go. And I try to act natural. You've been thinking about her. I put on my perfume.
I actually kind of like this. Just saying, if she released a song in 2023 with the lyric, I'm gonna mark my territory, or if a man wrote a song with the lyric, I'm gonna mark my territory, that would be real bad, and they would be fully canceled. So that's an interesting lyric. Again, I know she doesn't mean it to be deep, but here's my thing, guys. Like, lyrics don't have to be deep, but can they at least be good?
I'll never tell myself, but I hope she smells my perfume.
Okay, yeah. It's gonna drop.
I wanna fill the room when she's in it with you, but I'm your girlfriend. Now I'm your girlfriend.
But I'm your girlfriend. I really love that melody.
It's just you and me. So
Ooh.
I'll wait for you to go.
like this. I'm adding it to playlist. I'm adding it. Don't you worry. I liked that song a lot more on second listen. I liked the melodies a lot. I liked the vocals and the lyrics. I don't know if it was Britney singing or if it was Maya. That's my problem, is I don't know how much of this album Britney actually sung versus the voice double. So, but the next one I'm kind of scared for, because I think this is where I stopped filming. So I have not heard anything from this point on. The next one is featuring will.i.am. All About That Bass is also featuring will.i.am, and a lot of you guys have said he had a big part in why this album is not the best. If what you said is true and he was heavily involved with this album and that's why a lot of people don't like it, is because of the changes or the additions that he made. So that is just something I'm noting. I really don't know anything about who made this album other than Britney and Maya. So yeah, but I am a little bit scared because All About That Bass, it's not called All About That Bass, it's called Big Fat Bass. Okay, I do not like that song, so. I don't hate that.
I've been thinking, just sitting thinking on why I love you and all the reasons I'd lose myself and I wouldn't feel the way I feel now. You bring me sin, yes, you bring me sin. You make me feel like a million billion. I let you in.
You make me feel like a million billion. I didn't see those vocals coming for anything. I did not see this going full electronic. Do I hate this? No. Do I like it? Too soon to tell, but I do like that beat.
Rip me apart, don't you rip me apart. Baby love, it should be easy.
Why don't I don't hate it.
Shouldn't be complicated.
I kind of like it.
Should be easy.
Why do I kind of love it?
I got visions of me and you happily just living out there.
I don't hate this. This actually, this low-key might be one of my favorites so far. I know, it makes no sense. But for some reason, I am enjoying this in this moment. Now, do I think it's a song that will have a ton of replay value for me and I'll go back to all the time? No. But I can't deny that I'm enjoying it in this moment. Do I think it's her best song? Objectively? No. You Make Me Feel Like a Million Billion, probably one of the worst Britney lyrics I've personally ever heard. But I don't think every song has to be the best in order to enjoy it. I will say the same thing about any artist, you know, so.
I love you till the day I'm dead, so please don't mess with my head. Please don't mess with my head. It should be easy. It shouldn't be complicated.
I love that electronic break in the song. It's really cool.
It's the only way.
La-di-da.
It's the only way. I don't know how, baby love. It should be easy.
I really like it. Tell me why tell me why I liked that. Tell me. I know it doesn't make sense, but I think that was my favorite so far. Don't ask me why. I just really, really liked the electronic break. I really kind of liked the vocal effect. I don't know if it was Britney singing. I don't know if it was Maya singing. I don't know if it was both of them in different parts. For some reason, I really loved will.i.am's part. I know it doesn't really make sense with my music taste necessarily, but I like what I like at the end of the day. So I liked that. I, in fact, loved it, at least in this moment. It was really fun. It was really kind of woke me up after the first few songs. I was like, okay, you know, but that one kind of awoken something in me. The next one is Tik Tik Boom featuring T.I.
Let me get up on it.
What?
Get up. These no more games, no more of the same thing. Please make me tick, 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 boom.
I'm not hating the sound of this at all. I don't mind this one. Obviously, it is very repetitive, which is kind of turning me off, but overall, I don't hate this. I'm kind of shocked because when I was first listening to this album the first time, I was really disliking a lot of just the overall sound and the overall feel of the album. I was really disliking it. This time around, I'm genuinely enjoying this more, which is something. I really thought I was gonna hate everything on this album, so I am not hating everything on this album. The lyrics, trash, but
why you wanna flaunt it? Why you wanna flaunt it? You turn, switch it up, let me get up on it.
Turn it. Hey, come for a minute, limitation, baby. Light your few dead names, baby. My brain, how you going insane? But my dynamite stick, know the drive you crazy, baby.
Dynamite stick, please.
She like the way I eat her, beat her, treat her like an animal, somebody call Peter.
There's a way to do sensual lyrics, right? Hashtag Beyonce. I don't know what this is lyrically, but I cannot lie, I am enjoying the sound of this song for some reason. Maybe I'm just really receptive to the sound right now, but this sounds like she made this album for the club. It sounds like they were, you know, they got down in their little room together and said,
all right, let's write club banger after club banger.
I want this to be played at every club in the world.
And I can't imagine this being played at a club. I really can. It sounds like something that would be played at a club. Do I think it's her best song? No. Do I think the lyrics were cringy? Yes. But I liked the sound of it. I really liked the delivery of tick, 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 boom. The next one is Body Ache.
I wanna dance till my body ache. Turn you on, make you radiate. A little bit stronger.
Make you radiate.
Show you how I want you till my body ache.
Why do I like that?
On a whole nother level, you got a one-way ticket. I got you right in the curve. You wanna kick it.
I like this. I didn't like the start of the song. I was like, okay, this is feeling really messy. The melody's not really standing out. You know, nothing is really grabbing me. But once it got into that, like whatever the heck that was, like dubstep club beat, I loved that. That's one of my favorite parts of the album so far.
I wanna dance till my body ache. I know you feel my fire, draw you into my flame. You make my body ache. You make my body ache. You make my body ache. You make my body ache.
I will say, even though I am enjoying this, I can understand how someone would listen to this song and think it is very all over the place and very messy. It feels like they had a big pot full of all of these musical elements, things they wanted to incorporate, little sound bites, and it feels like they're kind of just jumbled in this big pot without there being a clear vision. So that is one thing I will say is like, I understand that like objectively this does not feel as well crafted as Glory, okay? Or an album like that is just very concise. It has been brought down to the best elements of the song and that they're all put together in this way that is just very pleasing. It's very appealing. Does that make sense? This is definitely more messy and all over the place than an album like Glory or an album like even Circus. While it may be all over the place in terms of sound, it has a vision. It has a conciseness to it. I will say that this is like way less concise.
You make my body ache. I wanna dance till my body ache.
Like,
A little bit longer.
now there's like a piano potentially creating the beat in the background. The transitions on this album are super jarring. There's no graceful transitions. It's just one thing into the next, and it makes little to no sense how we ended up here. So I think that is another reason that people probably hate this album, think it is, you know, objectively bad, is because it's very jarring. You know, it's not put together in a way that feels like there was a lot of time and intention that went into it. Yeah, that one was crazy because the minute I thought I knew where it was going, I didn't. But I loved that electronic dubstep break in the song so much. Call me crazy, but that was my favorite part of the album so far. It doesn't really make sense. Like, is this the type of music I'm gonna go and listen to every single day? No. But in this moment, I don't know if I'm more receptive to it than the first time I listened. I don't know if there's something in the air, but I am enjoying a lot of these songs more than I thought I would.
So lost ever since you went away. 'Cause you can't.
That really reminds me of I wanna go all the way and take it. Such a good song. Is this not a direct sample of I Wanna Go? Now I have to look it up. I didn't think I would be Googling things. It's not a sample? How is that not a sample? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, someone agreed with me and said, cool song, but so similar with I Wanna Go. Yeah, this sounds like I Wanna Go, but it is a heckin' bop. Yeah. Okay, so people agree, but it is not a sample. This sounds identical to that song to me, so I don't really know why this song exists. This is my least favorite so far. I'm not seeing the point of this song when I Wanna Go exists. I Wanna Go is such a good song. That whole album's really good. You know what this is? This album is the less objectively good version of Femme Fatale for me personally. I feel like it has the same energy of that album, but it is not as well made and as well fleshed out as that album is, in my opinion. But let's continue, I guess.
Everywhere I turn, I see you.
BRB. Not a fan of that one. I skipped past majority of that, to be honest with you. Okay, I usually try to listen to the full song, but I just couldn't get through it. I don't know, just nothing about it was there for me. The melodies, the production, nothing was really standing out, and it sounded exactly like I Wanna Go. So I don't know why they made that song when I Wanna Go exists. You know, you don't want to repeat yourself, and especially if the song is not gonna be as good. So, yeah. Why? There's been a shift, and I'm now not enjoying the sounds that are coming into my ears. I will let you know, of course, if anything changes, but there's been a shift. There's been a shift in the air, and I'm like, what is happening? I think I'm coming to the realization of what I'm listening to. This is so bad. This is one of those songs that I'm listening to it and it's kind of just doing nothing for me. It's not that I'm hating it, although I did really, really dislike the way it started. But overall, I just feel nothing when I listen to it. You know, it's just one of those songs. It's growing on me a little bit. I don't think it's the worst song I've ever heard. I just don't really, I did not feel anything while I listened to it. The next one is actually featuring Jamie Lynn Spears, so that's kind of interesting. I'm kind of scared at this point. At this point, I'm scared for the rest of the album because there's just been some shift with the last two songs that I have really not been able to get into those at all, and it just feels like the quality is going downhill as we listen. So we will see, but Chillin' With You, okay. I think someone mentioned this in the comments. I can't remember if they said this is really good or really bad. I think they said it's really bad, so I'm kind of scared. Why? There's just some choices in this album. I feel like it's obvious, but it's like, why? Why that? Why that sound? Why that sound bite? You know, why that? Okay, that's cute.
I did so much till I was tired.
I don't hate it.
I had the time of my life.
It's cute.
I don't got to worry about a thing. When I'm with you, I'm chillin'. When I'm with you, I'm chillin'.
It's a bummer because I actually really like the start of the song with the melody. There was this cute lyric. It was just kind of wholesome. And then she said, I dance till I'm tired. And I was like, oh, that lyric just did not work there. And then it was cute again. And I was like, okay, like this is a vibe. And then now I don't like this chorus. Again, this album for me is super inconsistent. Every song throws me through an entire emotional journey. It's all over the place. It really is. And not in the same way that Circus is all over the place. Circus is all over the place in terms of the cohesion and the sound of the songs. It feels like there's a lot of different sounds and a lot of different vibes within each song. But it still feels like a very quality album altogether. This feels like there's just so much going on and it is not quality altogether. There are some moments that feel quality to me or that I really enjoy. And then there's a lot that I'm just like, okay, choices were made that I don't know that I'm personally a fan of. I think a lot of you guys also said that this was not Britney's best era in terms of how she was personally doing. And potentially she didn't have as much creative control, or I don't know, there's so much that goes into making an album. I feel like artists feel so much pressure to make every album better than the last and just overall to please their fan base, but also please their own self and their own like creative endeavors. So I feel like it must be a lot to navigate. And so that's just also something I wanted to mention.
I say so loud that I smile.
Jamie.
I made it worth my while.
What is this vocal mixing?
Now I'm walking on the sky.
I love that melody.
When I'm with you, I'm chillin'.
Something that I'm also thinking about is just the fact that, again, there are moments, there are parts of each of these songs that I've enjoyed. As you saw, I really liked a lot of the songs on the first half of this album. I think what the disconnect with this music is, again, going back to the pot analogy, they took potentially some good aspects of what could have been a good album. They put them in a pot. And instead of just leaving well enough alone and saying, okay, like this is gonna be the album, they started sprinkling in other things that no one asked for. The pot of bad, good, ugly, in between, neutral, and just, they made that the album. I find this to be a very messy album. Now, that's not to say that you can't enjoy it. I think there's plenty of albums that you may enjoy or I may enjoy. And maybe they aren't the artist's, you know, critically acclaimed best work, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it. So I do want to make that statement. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I just want to make that very clear when I'm sharing my opinions in any video, okay? That is always the mindset that I have, so.
I'm chillin'. When I'm with you, I'm chillin'.
Like, it just, okay. These transitions make no sense to me. Yeah.
Every day, chillin' with you.
I don't hate it.
I don't gotta worry about a thing. When I'm with you, I'm chillin'.
Hate that. I hate that chorus. this is the thing. I would actually not mind this song as much if the chorus was different. If the chorus was different, it still wouldn't be my favorite song by any means, but I would at least like it better than I do now. I hate this chorus. It makes no sense to me. I don't know why they decided to go in that direction with the chorus. It doesn't feel like it fits in. I'm not saying that you can't have a chorus that's a little bit jarring and that's like, oh, I didn't see it going in that direction, but this ain't it for me. Okay, so yeah, didn't like that one. The next one, well, it's not that I didn't like it. I actually did like the verses. I liked certain parts of it. It was very much an emotional roller coaster. But the next one is Don't Cry. Great, I won't cry. I don't see that happening. Okay, I like that. Oh. The second that I say that I like something, something else comes in that I do not like. I don't like the whistling.
If they told me it's over, I wouldn't believe it. Let's move on and be stronger. Even though we can't let go.
I'm not liking this one, and I will tell you why. I don't think the beat that is behind the vocals aligns with the melody and the vocals. It just feels a little bit disjointed to me.
Hide your tears and dry your eyes. Don't cry.
Here's the thing, I know what Britney can do with a ballad. She has some absolutely stunning, personal, gorgeous ballads, and this is not it. I mean, it's weird because it's not really a ballad in the sense that the beat behind it, you would not assume that it was going to be a ballad, but it is kind of a ballad, right? This feels like the ballad of this album. And this is just not it for me. There's no other way of saying it. This is one of the worst ballads from Britney I've ever heard.
In the beginning, we were both crazy.
Why is that beat in the background? Because I'm reacting, I try to stick it out, but I really just want to skip. And since this is my video and I can do whatever I want, I am going to skip the rest of that song because I hated it so much. It just felt like an insult to what she can do with a ballad. Britney has some of the nicest ballads. Like, it made me a little bit frustrated because I know how good her ballads can be. But the next one is Brightest Morning Star. We've only got 3 songs left. I think I can do it. To think how strongly this album started for me, I really was like, okay, I'm going to like this album. Maybe at the end of this video, I'll say it's a good album. Now I'm just like...
You are the light of my beautiful life. When a tear falls, you put your hands out, you catch my tears. I lift my hands and pray, 'cause life is tough some days.
True.
I will not lose faith.
Okay.
You're always in my heart. You're my brightest morning star.
I like the idea of this song. I think it has like these nice wholesome lyrics. I think the lyrics have potential if they were put behind some different production and better melodies and better everything. I think it could be a really pretty song in that context. But with the sound, it doesn't work for me. I'm gonna be so honest, I'm skipping the rest of that because I just have no interest in listening to the rest of that song. There's only so much I can do.
In the way he moves, don't miss it. It's a long way home.
Okay,
Right inside of me,
I kind of like that.
it ignites my bones. Someone tell me I will be alright.
Again, it's going back to the fact that I know Britney can absolutely kill a ballad. She can murder a ballad. And this is so short of that for me. Girl, what is this last section of the album? I do not understand.
Remembering, I forever will
I filmed this because you guys asked for my reaction, and I also did want to give this album a second chance because, you know, I did feel a little bit unfinished that I hadn't done this album, but I had done all of her other albums. So part of me was like, okay, you know, I will give it the old college try. This has been incredibly hard to get through this entire album. I am going to be skipping the rest of that song. I hope you can understand. I don't normally do that in my reactions. I always listen to the entire song, but I cannot physically get through this album. We are on the last track, okay? That is the good news. It is called Now That I Found You. Give me something good.
On a shameless night in a nameless place, I thought that love was a hopeless case till I found you.
Okay. Wholesome lyrics.
Don't worry, save me. Now that I found you, now that I found you, I can think of life. I believe in faith.
Okay.
Without myself, I lost the game.
That sounds like if she mixed dubstep and country music somehow. And that is a perfect representation of this album, of just being so confused by the choices that were made by the people who made this album. And listen, I'm not putting all the creative liberty on Britney with this. In fact, I know a lot of you guys were saying she may not have had that much creative liberty with this album. She felt very detached from it, you know, whatever. So I'm not saying that it's on Britney necessarily. I don't know who it's on, okay? But it's on someone, and I don't know what is happening right now, but this is just not good. It is very rare on my channel that I say something is not good, because a lot of the time, either I think it's objectively good, but I don't personally connect with it, or, you know, whatever the case may be. It's something that I really hesitate to say something is not good, because I know what some albums and some artists and everything mean to people. So for me to say it's not good is very presumptuous of me, but this is just not good. Like, this is just not good for me.
In a nameless place, I thought that love was a hopeless case. I can see the light. I have flown away.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I cannot listen to another minute of this album. I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. This was my sacrifice today, was listening to this album. Here's the thing, I think this album started strong. I really do. Alien, Perfume, It Should Be Easy, Tik Tik Boom, and Body Ache. Personally, I really enjoyed all of those songs. Then it got into a couple that I just felt very neutral toward, Till It's Gone and Passenger, and everything kind of went downhill from there. It was a quick trip down a flight of stairs after that, as far as I'm concerned. Chillin' With You, Don't Cry, Brightest, Morning Star, Hold On Tight, Now That I Found You. Did not like any of those whatsoever. Well, Chillin' With You, it had its moments, but the last 4 tracks on the album, I could hardly get through. I couldn't get through. So I want to make it clear that I'm not here to say that this entire album is just bad and everything about it is bad. I truly don't think that that's the case. I think it had potential. I think there are some really strong songs at the beginning of this album, and everything beyond that point, it's just getting weaker and weaker as it continues. That is my opinion on this album. Obviously, if you like this album, if you love this album, you are entitled to your opinion. And I am not here to squash anyone's beliefs or their opinions, because I think at the end of the day, we all have different tastes. Another thing is, I tried to go into this with as little bias as possible, and I think I did that pretty successfully, because again, when the album started, I was like, wait, this is a good album. People are not giving it its respect, but like, this is really good. But by the end of the album, I would not be saying the same thing. This album felt messy. There were so many transitions that didn't make sense to me. There were so many sounds that I wondered why they chose to put it in there. Yeah, so this is gonna be just overall a really negative review from me, and that's not always the case because I always try to look at things with a pretty balanced mindset. There's so many albums that I feel like are objectively good, but maybe I just don't personally connect with them. For me personally, I did find this to be objectively bad for a good majority of the album. Now, that is not to say that my opinion is the end all be all. In fact, I'm just a random girl. Like, I do not have background in the music industry. I am not a music producer. This is just a girl who loves music, her personal opinions, and you do not have to agree with me. But if you do, let me know, that'd be cool. I am not going to be ranking this album because honestly, I have no plans of going back to any of the songs beyond the first 6 tracks. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.